Alright, so now let's open WaterGEMS and try out the project. So I'm gonna open it, double click it. Now I'm going to click on create a new hydraulic model. We're going to wait a little bit so that it opens. Okay, and the first thing we need to do here is change our units. So I'm going to go to tools, then options right here, and then units, and then we need to change them to Système International, which is SI units, so make sure that you do have this. And then you also need to change your values to the equivalent values of the hydraulic project. So for instance, you need to change the flow into liters per second or liters per hour, depending on the units of the flow you're working with. So I'm going to go to flow, which is in liters per second, so it is totally fine. And then I'm going to use meters for diameter. Here you go here. So we need to change this into a meter, like this. And then we need the large one into meters. So we select meters right here. You can go through all the units that you think will be important for the project. So flow is liters per second, force is in, head loss is in meters. So head loss is in meters, inertia is in kilogram meter squared, length is in meters as well. Short length is in millimeters. Mass per area is kilogram per hectares. Mass rate is in mg per s. That is totally fine. The pressure in kilopascals, pressure loss gradient is pascal per minute. And then reaction rate is seconds. The velocity is in meter per second. The viscosity is in meter squared per second. And then the volume is in liters. The large volume is in milliliters. And the zero order surface reaction is mg per m squared per day. So you can go through it. You can also open your Excel sheet, make sure that all the units are equivalent, and then we press OK. Okay, sweet. Now, afterwards, we need to save this project so that you can go back to it. So we click on File, then we save as this project. Then you can simply write the name of the project, as for instance, WaterGEMS tutorial project. Okay, then we can put it in the desktop right here. Then we can save it. Okay, and now you already have it named. And then bear in mind, I want to show you something. I'm gonna open new file, like a new folder, and then I'm gonna call it for the project, for our project. Put it here. You can do the same. And bear in mind that when you saved this file, 3 files has been created. If you can see, those are the 3 files that were created, okay? And if you need to send this file to someone to review it, you would need to send all those 3 files together, because this file alone would not be able to operate without these 2 files. So make sure that when you send this file to someone, that you would need also to send these 2 files with them, all right? Okay, then let's go back. All right, so after we made sure of our tools, we need to also check another thing. So we go to tools, global from here, options, global. All right, and make sure that this is unclicked, because basically if you have this clicked like this, I would show you something. This would look something like this. All right, so make sure that you have this part unclicked. Then afterwards, we go to background layer from here, and then we need to add our own background layers. So to do this, you click on New, File, And then I'm gonna bring my separate layout that I created on AutoCAD. Okay, so that's my layout. I'm gonna open it. Okay, so press on OK. And then if you cannot see it, then you need to press on Zoom Extend, which is right here. Then you can see now your AutoCAD layout. Perfect. Basically, if you have your maps in different AutoCAD, you need to also insert the rest of them. So you also need to put there your contour map. And if you have your nodes alone, the reservoir alone, and the road network alone. Okay, so after I apply my background layer of my network like this, I can already start off with drawing the pipes and the junctions. But beforehand, I want to say something, okay? So you can have those two types. You can have already the pipes and the junctions drawn in one AutoCAD file, like mine, and you do not need the contour map because you already know the junctions elevations previously and you've inserted them in Excel. Or in other scenarios, you could have separate CAD files. So you could have the contour map alone and then a node file map as a DXF file, and then you could also have a reservoir location as a DXF file and a piping network like this in a separate AutoCAD file. So you can have separate ones, like 4 of these: the contour, the nodes, the reservoir, and the road network, 4 CAD files, and then you need to insert all of them here separately. In my scenario, I do not need to insert the 4 of them. I can already insert just my network as one file because I already have the pipes and the junctions in one CAD file. Okay, I hope that was clear. Then now we can start off with drawing the junctions, and then usually you can start off with drawing junctions, then the reservoir, and then the pipes connections. Before I can draw this, I want to show you something. I want to show you how you can draw the junctions and the pipes. So to do this, you need to press on junctions. So you can see now. All right. Junction and junction, and then if you want to connect them with the pipes, you click on the pipe, and then here and then here. If you do not want to connect it to here, but you want to make, for instance, like a bend, then you do right click, you click on bend here, and then if you want to connect it, you put junction back to connect it to this junction. And then again, if you don't want to connect it to this junction, you press on bend here, and then if you want to do another band, you can do another band like that. It's already selected, so you do that. And if you want to close it here, you need to go back and select junction. All right, and then you put it here, and now it's closed. And if you want to just remove this, you press on done. So now it's done. If you can see here, everything is connected and everything looks good. If you want to delete it, you can press on escape, and then you can select this as a whole and just delete. Also this one, and delete. Okay, very nice. Again, you can click on Zoom Extends to bring your layout into the screen. Okay, then after I gave you a short introduction of how you can draw the pipes and the junctions here separately, also usually when you have any network like this comprising of various junctions, and you have like separate, you have like various pipelines. So I'm gonna connect it. Let's say, for instance, this is our network. Can zoom in a little bit to see better. Then like this, and then you can click on done. That's one way. Another way you can draw it, like to simply just click on pipes, and then like you connect it right away, and it will draw for you the pipes with the junctions. You do not have to start off with the junctions and then the pipes, and then you just press on done. So that's another different way, but I prefer to basically start off with the junctions and then the reservoir location, and then finish off with drawing the pipeline. So I'm gonna select all of this, press on delete, All right. And then I want to show you something. Usually, this is an example of a network. To make this network complete, you would also need a reservoir or a water tank. So for example, we can put here our water tank. Here, you can see it. Okay, like this. Okay, and then you continue with drawing the pipeline from here to here. Okay, and then you click on done. Then afterwards, if you would like to have a reservoir instead to this network, you click on the reservoir, then you click on a pump here, because we would basically need the pump in order to push the water into this network. So, and then we connect it from here to here and then to here. Okay, and then we press on done. So from the reservoir, we click on the pump, and from the pump, we click on the node. Okay, so this is how you do it. This definitely depends on the scenario that you have on your location. So for instance, my map is quite different because it's basically an extension of water network. So if it's an extension, it's quite different, and you also need to know where is the reservoir located and where is the source of water feeding the network. So for instance, in my location, I have 2 points of feeding the network, which is this one, the southern part, and this part. So the water is fed from these 2 points, and it goes into like a circular way. All right, so this is a different case, and this is the case that I'm going to do in my course. Usually you have simpler cases where you have, for instance, the reservoir is connected to the pump, and then it supplies the network with the water. So it really does depend on the situation that you do have. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my case. I need to delete this, so I click on select, and you can just simply delete it. All right, so I'm gonna click on zoom extend to get the whole view. And all right, and now to start drawing, you need to know from where you would like to start. So usually what I did was basically I wanted to start off in the same order of my junctions, because I already have them numbered in Excel, and in my AutoCAD file they were already numbered. So I would start in the same order, when I think in my own opinion it would be better to stick in the same order, because later on you would need to add the characteristics of each junction and the characteristics of each pipeline. Also, you need to write down the elevation. So whenever you do it in the same order of the junctions and the pipes, it is the best case. You can definitely open your AutoCAD file, take a look of how the numbering of the junctions that you did before, so that you would stick to the same order.